These 5 families own the world. Becoming rich, powerful, and influential is not easy to achieve. It takes a lot of time, effort, and tons of extremely hard work. It is believed that the world's power is in the hands of only 5 families, whose members have been identified as influential individuals in the US political landscape. Over the centuries, these particular families have been able to accumulate a huge amount of power and money, used it to place themselves in very important positions in society, and slowly and quietly shaped it to their whims, which finally resulted in the society we have today. Are you wondering which famous families have basically won the economic game? Number 5. The Rothschild dynasty. The Rothschild family has long been acknowledged as the richest in the world. They are said to weigh $500 billion, and some estimates assert that they control $100 trillion worth of financial resources. The Rothschild family is a prosperous Ashkenazi Jewish family that originated in Frankfurt. The family's earliest known history is from Frankfurt in the 16th century, and the name derives from their family house, Rothschild. Mayor Amschel Rothschild founded his banking company in the 1760s while serving as a court factor to the German Landgraves of Hesse-Kassel in the Free City of Frankfurt during the Holy Roman Empire. Rothschild, in contrast to most previous court figures, was able to leave his wealth to his 5 sons, who founded companies in London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples, and established a global banking family. In both the Holy Roman Empire and the United Kingdom, the family was elevated to noble status. The 19th century was vital for this family because they increased their level of worldwide influence by providing financial support to the most important and potent kingdoms and governments on both contending sides. Nowadays, conspiracy theorists believe that the Rothschild family rules the world through the US Central Bank Federal Reserve, and according to certain theories, Paul Warburg, the Fed's founder, is actually the Rothschild representative. Number 4. The Rockefeller dynasty. One of the greatest fortunes in the world belongs to the American industrial, political, and banking family Rockefeller. 2 brothers, John D. Rockefeller and William A. Rockefeller Jr., made their fortune in the American oil business in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, primarily through Standard Oil, the predecessor of ExxonMobil and Chevron Corporation. At the time, Rockefeller was worth over $400 billion, owned the largest oil company in the world, and was one of the wealthiest men alive. The Rockefellers founded Bilderberg, where the world's most influential people gather once a year, and they contributed to the UN's establishment. The Rockefellers were regarded as one of the most influential families in American history by the year 1977. The Rockefeller family has roots in Middlesex County, New Jersey, and members of the family first immigrated to the Americas in the early 18th century. John D. Rockefeller and William A. Rockefeller Jr. also have Scotch-Irish ancestry as well as their descendants. People who believe in conspiracies often claim that the Rockefellers now operate secretly through financial institutions like Chase Manhattan Bank and energy firms like ExxonMobil and BP. Number 3. The Morgan family. The Morgan family is an American family and banking dynasty that rose to prominence in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in both the United States and throughout the rest of the world. Over several decades, family members accumulated enormous wealth, largely as a result of John Pierpont Morgan's illustrious career. The Morgans were friends of the Rockefellers. During the 1893 bank crisis, John Pierpont Morgan borrowed 100 tons of gold from the American government. Because of this, they eventually gained control of the gold in the USA and began financing businesses like AT&T, General Electric, and others. And they also provided funding for Nikola Tesla's research for a while. The Morgans were always friends with the US Ministry of Finance, and many people think that it was the Morgans who compelled the United States to enter the First World War in order to defend the loans they had previously provided to Russia and France. P. Morgan Jr. provided the United States with a $500 million loan in exchange for a 1% provision on all goods sold to the American Army by his enterprises. According to historians, the Morgan family and its network of allies formed a significant portion of the massive American financial empire known as the House of Morgan. It's challenging to pinpoint the dynasty's exact start and end dates. However, a lot of academics believe that JP Morgan's death marked the end of the financial dynasty. According to conspiracy theories, the Morgans' promise of a profit-sharing arrangement served as a catalyst for the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Morgan family still owns the largest family gold holdings, allegedly. This holding is linked via tunnel to the New York office of the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States. Number 2. DuPonts. Eleuthère Aligné Dupont was the son of a French immigrant. He gained his wealth after establishing a gunpowder plant in Delaware. His family allegedly played a key role in ensuring that the United States acquired Louisiana from Napoleon in 1803 and established roots in high politics in the country. DuPont produced 40% of the world's explosives used at the start of the First World War and also contributed to the Second World War effort to build the American nuclear weapon. In order to protect the production of nylon, one of DuPont Company's most crucial products, some people think that the DuPont family exerted such a strong influence over American authorities that they were the only ones responsible for the prohibition of industrial hemp production and marijuana use. Today, this company is one of the biggest world producers of GMO seeds, and they're the founders of the Doomsday Treasury, where samples of all plants are preserved so that mankind could plant them again after the apocalypse. Number 1. The Bush family. A political dynasty that produced 2 US presidents. It all started with Prescott Sheldon Bush in 1895. He joined the Yale Club Skull and Bones and is said to have organized the unsuccessful military takeover attempt against Franklin Roosevelt in 1933. Bush supervised the Union Banking Corporation during the Second World War. This bank was ultimately seized as a result of its known commercial ties to the Nazis. In the 1980s, Prescott's son George H.W. Bush was elected President of the United States, and George W. Bush served 2 terms as president. Both of them started wars with Iraq that brought in huge profits for companies connected to the Bush family, such as Halliburton or KBR. The Bush family is regarded as the most influential family in American politics, and they also have enormous wealth in the banking and oil industries. Thanks again for watching, everyone. If you heard about any conspiracies about these families, share them with us down in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified about our next videos. And I'll see you in the next one.